Self-reflection is essential for our personal development and for our mental health. If we want to get through what it is we are going through, we have to find ways to improve what it is we are doing. We have to seek ways on how we can improve our situation. How can we make tomorrow better? What can we do today to help tomorrow become better? Or what can we do today to help us get closer to where it is we are trying to go? Personal development is essential for our mental health because if you are not growing, you are not learning. And if you are not growing, you are not learning. Personal development, you have to find ways to improve oneself. Every single thing that you do, what needs improving? Every single day, you should be learning something. Excuse the car in the background if you're able to hear that. Every single day, we have to be learning something. If you are not allowing yourself a chance to grow. And therefore, if you are not growing, then you surely make it much harder to get through and crawl out of what it is you are currently in the midst in. You allow yourself a fighting chance by finding ways to improve your current situation now. Tomorrow only becomes better by the actions you take and implement into your daily routines today. To put it simply, nothing changes if nothing changes. The reason why a lot of us get so caught up in our mental health is because we are doing nothing to improve our mental state. And in order to improve our mental state, it simply starts by taking one step at a time, one day at a time. How can I overcome what it is I am going through? What can I do to make tomorrow better? Again, to put it simply, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you don't know where to start, simply start from the very beginning. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. If you don't know how to do something, or you don't know where to begin, that is where you begin. If you don't know how to improve your mental state, look up how can I improve my mental state. If you want to become stronger, look for ways on how you can become stronger. That the fact that you are able to view this video is an indication that you have access to so much information than you can possibly ever realize. You have such a powerful tool in front of you. Literally. Be mindful of what you research and be mindful as to who you choose to listen to. Because some people and some information can be misled, and some people and some information given are simply people who think they know what it is they're talking about with no form of experience. The people you should listen to, the people you should look up to, the people that can help you get through what it is you are going through are the people that have the same experience, if not a very similar experience, to help you get through what it is you are going through. And it's not so much that you are able to resonate with them to some extent. No. Did they overcome what it is you were trying to get out of? Did they do it? Are they, if they were in a complete mental state of desperation, did they get out of it? If they went through a severe mental health crisis, did they get through it? If they have a drinking problem, did they get through it? If someone, you should only choose to listen to those who have overcame what it is you are currently going through. They have to have overcame it. Because if not, then how can, metaphorically speaking, how can someone drowning teach you how to swim? Personal development is essential for our mental health. To put it simply, again, nothing changes if nothing changes. I am not saying I am the one you should listen to. I am not saying I am the ultimate answer to your questions, because I'm not. You are the answer to all of your questions. The fact that you are here watching this video is an indication you are trying. It is an indication, especially if you made it this far in the video, it is an indication that you really do want to get better. You really do want to crawl out of what it is you are going through. Don't give up. Take it one day at a time, one step at a time. That is all it takes. I want you to know too that in the very beginning stages, I will tell you a little bit about me. I will one day make a video talking about it. I haven't made a video talking about it quite yet, the way that I want to, or the way that I feel would be most effective and beneficial for you. There was a time in my life, 4 years ago, in the year 2020, I had a severe mental breakdown. There was an experience of mine that till this day I cannot put into words. The doctors call it a mental breakdown. This experience of mine was so ugly where I felt stuck. And it's not so much like I felt stuck, I couldn't get out. I felt physically buckled into my seat. I felt stuck, I felt buckled into my seat, and I couldn't get out. I didn't have because of my disability, I didn't have the opportunity or the luxury, I call it the luxury, to just simply get up and go. I couldn't hop in a car and go for a drive. I couldn't call up a friend and say, hey, let's go for a drive. I didn't have that. I don't have that. So there's a lot that has happened in that time frame when I reflect back on it. In that time frame, I didn't understand why I was going through so much. That time had caused me to have such a mental breakdown where I had to be hospitalized. I was placed on 5150, which is essentially you are on a 3-day hold and you are labeled as crazy and delusional. In a moment like that, there is no hope. What is hope? There is no light at the end of the tunnel. But by some miracle, by God's grace, I didn't know that light existed. Let alone I couldn't comprehend what a light even was because I was in such a dark place. But there was something that I call God that I pray to, who I call Jesus. I call Heavenly Father. But although I wasn't able to comprehend why I'm going through what it is I'm going through, there was this thing that just told me, hold on one more day. Hold on one more day. And when tomorrow came, hold on one more day. And you keep holding on, and you keep holding on. And you keep finding ways to move forward. You keep finding ways not to give up. You keep finding ways to stay delusionally optimistic. I use the word delusionally because when you're in a moment like that, being optimistic doesn't exist. But I had to hold on to something better lies ahead. Something better lies ahead. Tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be better. And I kept praying and I kept praying, help me get through what it is I'm going through. Help me hold on one more day. Please help me with this situation. Please don't give up on me. I am sorry. Because there was so much that had happened that ultimately was my fault. I had to take responsibility for my actions, for the things I was doing, for the things I was saying. Hold on one more day. And I kept praying and I kept praying and I kept trying and I kept trying and I kept moving in the best way that I could. And I kept holding on to tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be better. Next week will be better. Next month will be better. I kept holding on to that while I was simply just putting one foot in front of the other, taking it one day at a time. Fast forward to 4 years later, I did make it through it. I did get through it. Is my life perfect right now? Absolutely not. There's at the time of this recording, there is so much happening, so much personal stuff happening. But I am thankful for my past experiences. Because if it wasn't for my past experiences, I wouldn't have the patience that I have. I wouldn't have the strength that I have to hold on to one more day. If it wasn't for my past experiences, I wouldn't have the relationship that I have with God, the faith that I have. If it wasn't for my past, I wouldn't have all of these tools. I wouldn't have access to all of these tools to help me with what it is I'm going through. My life isn't perfect, just like your life isn't perfect. We all have a story. But I have learned that although, yes, we all have a story, we must continue to write our story. On the days when you feel like you can't write anymore, on the days you feel like the ink to your pen is running empty, that is the day you should stop what you're doing and pray to your higher power. Pray to the God that is love. Pray to the God that wants to help you. And by some miracle, as you continue to write your story, the ink you are writing with never runs empty. Why? Because God gives you an endless supply of what it is you need that is right just for you. And the moments you feel like your ink is running dry, that is the moment you have to keep the faith. On the moments you feel like you can no longer write your story, those are the days that you have to hold on to one more day. Those are the days that you must keep going. I hope this video was able to bring some form of value to and for you. Excuse me, I was getting a little bit emotional. And when I talk about my 5150 experience, it does get to me. Because I can remember like being in that moment of time. I can remember the things I was going through, the things that had led up to what I was going through. There was a lot that happened in that moment of time. And all I can say is take one step at a time, build your relationship with God, the God that is love. If it's God, universe, divine, higher power, whoever that may be. For me, it's Jesus. I build my relationship with Jesus. I personally say Jesus saves because he definitely did save my life. I hope this video was able to bring some form of value to and for you. If you are new to the channel, please click subscribe. Please like the video. Comment down below any form of value you have personally gained from this video. And please share with a friend if you think they too could benefit from this video as well. I love you. I appreciate you. Please check the links within the description. I have my personal website, Victortheinspiration.com. I talk about my story. I have been documenting my entire life process, more so just within these past 4 years, to help you overcome what it is you may be going through. I don't want to become the guy that tells you how to go from point A to point B if I have no form of experience. Everything I talk about is simply from experience. I love you. I appreciate you. And remember, grow through what you go through. Much love.